Hey guys, it's Darren. So today we're doing part 2 of our Wales road trip, and today we're going to be talking about ultimate cinematic shots that you can do with your drone. The drone I'm going to be using for all of these shots today is the DJI MINI 2, but you can do these shots and these techniques with any drone. Kind of. It's just getting that thought process and these techniques embedded. So what I want you to do is sit back and relax and watch these, but then go out and practice with your drone and take board some of these actual tips I'm going to be showing you. I did a whole video on showing you how you can use different techniques of flying with your controller, different moves, and I use the same moves time and time again. So if you've not checked that out, I'll link in the description below about how to do these cinematic moves. But the fundamentals are, it's just about keeping everything smooth and steady and actually just trying again and again and again until you perfect it. So a lot of these shots coming up, some of them, point one is try and get up early if you're in a really nice location. So one of the locations, I got up at 5 a.m. I just couldn't sleep, but also this area I was in was spectacular. So I wanted to get up when the sun was rising, I wanted to get up when it was nice and early and capture these shots. And you'll see soon that it definitely made it worthwhile. The second thing is actually take your time. So don't be rushing around, okay? We're not on a roller coaster. We are trying to get cinematic, smooth shots. So on that gimbal, you want to have everything nice and smooth. So smooth panning motions of that camera gimbal, smooth control over them sticks, nothing too fast. We are not filming a roller coaster scene. So most of the time I use the Cine Mode setting, and this allows the gimbal and also the speed of that drone to be really smooth, and this is fantastic for getting those panning shots. A good way of thinking this is just imagine, right, you had this massive long gimbal, okay? Imagine this was a mile long, this stick, okay? And you had your drone on the end of it. And you want full control of that drone. So if you're doing a pan shot up here, you want to have it really smooth as you're increasing that tilt. And if you're doing a sideways shot, you want this to be, again, really smooth. Nothing. If I'm moving like this and it goes like that, it's gone. If I'm going up and I move it slightly, it's gone. You need to get this into your head of just creating these shots, and anybody can do this. So go out, enjoy this footage. It's different because it's just going to actually focus on the actual cinematic side of what you can get out of this drone. I'll join you again at the end of the video, but all of these shots are all taken on the DJI MINI 2, which is incredible considering at Port Merion the wind was round about 25 to 35 miles per hour wind, and the drone was handling it. And just look when you're looking at these video footage, how smooth it still is. There's no warp stabilizers, there's no stabilizer in post. For all the shots, I have a ND filter on by Freewell, and the first shots when I get up really early, I've got the ND16 on, and then later on at Port Merion, and then also at the very end when I'm flying around a castle, I've got an ND32 on. So ND filters I use all the time, and I'm also using, which aren't ready just yet, but I have my own LUTs coming out, and then I'm using the Cine 2 LUT from the DMPRO LUTs, which aren't ready just yet, but boy, they're looking good. So anyway, let's go and enjoy that video.
So in the first video we discovered Mount Snowdon. Staying at the Swallow Falls, this area is absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to be back here with the Mavic 3 Pro. Just imagine that drone with this landscape, that is going to be incredible. But for today's video, we leave the area of Snowdon and we travel down to the area of Port Merion, which is this really nice man-made Italian style village that was built between 1925 and 1975, and I highly recommend going and visiting this area in Wales. But before we set off, I just could not sleep with this landscape on my doorstep, so I got up early and took some footage. think you can agree that I'm so glad I got up early to capture that footage, because this place is just breathtaking. Anyway, now I've done that, now we can get back on to Port Merion. So the drone did absolutely brilliant there, being quite high up, just where you can see this little hut. That's where the takeoff and land was, and it was extremely windy here, but that DJI Mini 2 handled it like a boss. But moving on to the next location now, the final one, and boy, this is nice.
So you can get some pretty good results, can't you, from that DJI Mini 2. It's incredible that this handled those really strong winds and was able to get some great shots whilst in Wales. So I hope you enjoyed that. But go out and practice these. Remember those techniques that we talked about, smooth and steady. Imagine that drone being on the end of this really long gimbal and everything's got to be smooth. If it's not, just do it again. So sound also plays such a key part in that production. The sound and sound effects I use in that video makes that footage even better. I use Soundstripe all the time. If you want to check this out, I've got a free trial. I'll put it on the screen here. This is the code you need to put in when you go onto the website. But I use this for all the music, and it has a fantastic selection that I can use on all these videos to get that just from a 9 to a 10 out of 10. But go out and practice it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I love making these type of videos. The editing is also a fantastic side of it, what I also really enjoy doing. So if you like that, a like and subscribe would be fantastic. Let me know down below which area you thought was the best in Wales, but awesome place. Can't wait to be back. See you all soon, guys. Bye bye.